Hello, everyone, and it's an extra special second round of the Football Lounge because matters have developed since we came offline with regards to Manchester United Football Club and the Glazers. So we'll be getting into a very interesting advance in this talk. Colin, what do you think of this news?
Honestly, this is fantastic news. If this is going the way that all United fans hope it's going, I mean, I'm seeing it absolutely everywhere, all over Twitter. Reports coming in left, right, and centre. This is the news every United fan has been waiting for.
Absolutely. Now, I'm just going to share this particular announcement. The Glazer family have instructed banks to handle the sale of Manchester United Football Club. The American owners of the Premier League are expected to make this decision public in a statement this Tuesday. So, obviously, as we sleep tonight, there should be more information. When contacted by the Athletic on Tuesday, Manchester United did not comment. Typically, in this situation, a club would formally deny such a story. As we mentioned in the earlier bulletin, they would be required as part of their deal to be floated. And this story is literally everywhere now, Column. Kind of an additional bit. The Americans have instructed investment bankers to explore these options, and it looks like their 17-year reign is coming to an end. Um, Obviously, signs of relief for us as Manchester United fans and Manchester United fans in the wider world. But is it a case of believe it when we see it?
I think it is a case of believe it when we see it, but this right here, if it is 100% true, is a massive, massive statement to put out there. You wouldn't want to put this out there if, you knew it wasn't going to happen, especially when, you are reporting for The Athletic. The Athletic are very, very good when it comes to stuff with Manchester United. So he must have got some sort of insider information about this. I don't think he would have put his neck on the line and said, that the Glazers have said to the banks, right, sell United. We need to sell United. Just deal with it. He wouldn't have come out and said that if it's not going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm literally looking here at my Twitter feed, and it's absolutely going crazier than when Elon Musk bought the bloody thing. And Henry Winter saying, if Carlsberg did days for Manchester United fans, today would be that day. We've got United Plug, who constantly has the Athletic news up in his feed. He's telling us about it. Central Devils are telling us about it. This thing is everywhere. And apparently, just on the side breaking news, Cristiano Ronaldo's torn between either joining Newcastle United, which would be a bizarre move, or Al Nazir FC. But this this thing looks like it's really captured the imagination of Manchester United fans. Um, Obviously, realistically speaking, what does this mean for a short-term column?
Well,
What can we expect in these final days of the reign?
I mean, in short term, we can see basically stepping back now. As I said in the show that we just finished, I don't think we're going to be buying anybody. If this is the case, United are looking to sell very, very quickly. If the Glazers want out very, very quickly, I don't think we're going to be buying a lot of people, if anybody. We might look at loan moves or something like that, but it depends how quick this sale gets done. If this sale is done really, really quickly, I know it's going to take time anyway, but if it's done really quickly, then the new reign begins, and then we can start progressing back to where we should be, and that's at the top of the table, top of the Champions League pyramid. Everywhere we should. That's. I mean, I'm mumbling all over my words because I'm actually so excited, and I've been waiting for this to happen. We've been on about it for weeks, months, years. We've all been wanting the Glazer out, and it looks like. And I want to say it. Thank you so much, Cristiano Ronaldo, because if it wasn't for you coming out and exploiting everything that is happening, this wouldn't be happening.
Now, some will point towards the interview as being the catalyst, but is it feasible to think that something that has been going on quietly in the background for some time, that there's obviously advisors to the Glazer family that are kind of hinting at, there's a big payday to be had here. There's a financial cliff that is required to bring club back up to the dividend levels that you want, and that there might be something a little more advanced than even we know at this point in the pipeline. And let's just play out this theory now. Obviously, it's the dream theory more than a likely reality. That if there's a set of owners that's looking to take over club by next season, that obviously it won't be done come January window, but in order to protect their investment, that there could be kind of a look, will you ever go out and get A, B, and C to make sure we're in Champions League in Jan? And we will form this as part of the package.
I don't think if this is the case and Glazers are selling, I don't think they care. They just want the money. They don't care. As for is it something a little bit going on in the background that we don't know about? Of course, there could be something going on in the background we don't know. But the Glazers don't have to sell. We have to remember this. The Glazers don't have to sell. They're happy taking money out of the club every single year. The only thing is, for them to do that, United need Champions League football every single season. United have got a very, very good chance of getting Champions League football this season. They started playing really, really well. We've got quite a few wins behind us now. But I don't know. Maybe the Glazers just had enough. All this Glazer out movement, the Ronaldo thing, the constant singing of Glazers out, everything. Good riddance. Just go.
Now, there is some speculation amongst many Twitteries. Now, some of it obviously is garbage. Let's call a spade here. But it is an interesting hypothesis that's emerging amongst the more cynical members of the Twitter community. And that is that the reason why they're selling is that they were clinging on to dear life, keeping United in CPR to get what they were getting so far. Ronaldo now has torpedoed them into oblivion. And the reality is that they're financially not able to sustain keeping Manchester United where it needs to be for them to draw sufficient levels of funds out of it, and also deal with their American football franchise, which is Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in conjunction with their, I suppose, desire to get involved in Indian cricket.
I mean, they can get involved in whatever they want to as long as they're not involved with Manchester United. I mean, that's what I'm taking away from this. There's loads of things coming in, loads and loads of things coming in. So the Athletic have tweeted out an official statement. I think it is.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make sure it's official. I don't want to give anybody.
Hang on.
No.
According to Mike Keegan, who is I'm writer for the Mail, he's saying that Jim Radcliffe has carried out a feasibility study on cost to buy Manchester United, as well as redevelopment of Old Trafford and Carrington. And it was met with a flat denial by his people who said it was purely concentrating on Nice. So, yeah, Jim Radcliffe is out of the race. We can now probably 99% say, according to the Mail.
Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, I'm getting that much stuff all over my Twitter feed at the minute. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, where's it gone? So, apparently, they're expected to make a public announcement on this decision tonight. They will be releasing something tonight about this sell. Them telling that the bankers to sell Man United. They're releasing something tonight. So, I mean, I don't know when it will be tonight, but it's going to be tonight apparently, and that's coming from the Athletic as well.
So big news on a club front, because it's going to mean a significant altering of the trajectory that we had been on previously. Like when you think about what we've lost in the 17 years of their ownership, more significantly the last 10 since the the greatest manager of all time, retired from managing the club. It's been kind of a trial and misadventure, really, hasn't it? Because the resources were put in place where this should have been completely avoidable. If not winning those big competitions, we should have still at least have been in the conversation. And I don't think any of us can deny that we weren't in the conversation for quite a significant period of that 10 years because, frankly, we were not in the same position as Manchester City and more recently Liverpool up until this season's kind of ground shaking collapse, for want of a better word. But is this light at the end of the tunnel? Is it the Christmas present, or is it set to be the Christmas present that every Manchester United fan wanted in their Christmas stocking? That we're finally going to come out of the shell that we're in and at least have a short, medium, and long term plan to get us back to taking on the Premier League giants as they are, which is City and Liverpool. And
Look,
Arsenal, actually, at this stage.
this is the best Christmas present any United fan could ask for. It really, really is. I mean, me and you are probably the two most vocal people on the owners of Manchester United on this channel. Neither one of us like it, and you know what? I could get coal in every single one of my boxes for Christmas, my birthday, and everything. As long as I see Glazers have sold Manchester United, that's all I need.
That would be incredible. Like you there now, I'm looking at all this mad teaming of Twitter information, and this is, as you said, the Athletic have confirmed that the story is at least partially true, and there's an imminent public statement. So I suppose, as Manchester United fans, we'll be keeping an eye on this story, and just because we do get sponsored here on this channel, we are sponsored, of course, by GMS, who are responsible for architectural surveys. And if you want to know more about them, their link is, of course, in the description of this video. And we are also sponsored by Rate, the sports energy drink. And we have a partnership with them that gives you, the viewer, a 10% discount code. All you have to do is put in the code FTSN 2022 at checkout. But Column, I suppose, without any additional information, Manchester United do have a significant challenge ahead of them. They're going to have this story constantly mentioned to them in the media, in Ten Hag's press conferences, from now until a bill of sale is finally drawn up. Can United afford this distraction? And how heartened are you that it is in fact Eric Ten Hag that is there to steward the squad, and possibly not having it being, we'll say, the likes of an Oli who would not have had the experience of a seasoned manager like Ten Hag?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have Ten Hag in this because Ten Hag's not going to let the players get distracted. He's not. He's going to He will turn around to the players and say, "Look, yeah, okay, the club's up for sale. We're going to get asked questions constantly about it, but it doesn't matter what's happening up there. It matters what you're doing out there. You're playing for these fans. Don't worry about what's going on behind the scenes. You just perform out on that pitch because that's eventually that's their job. They don't have to worry about it else. Go out there and perform on the pitch."
Absolutely. It is something that is going to be tantamount in terms of the belief system of Ten Hag. And I suppose, ideally speaking as well, he's definitely an asset to any prospective owner because they know what he brings to the table. If they meet with the man, sit down with him, they'll see his vision. And ultimately speaking, with all due respect to Arnold and Murta and these guys, they're going to evaluate that whole upper tier of the Manchester United Football Club. They're going to look at the sphere of influence of one of the greatest managers of all time, that is Alex Ferguson. Um, the the Bobby Charlton and his influence that still remains around the club, and a few others, and they're going to evaluate what is best for our club going forward. Now, I have no doubt that Ferguson's going to be retained somewhere in some aspect, but maybe not to the level that he was kind of associated with the Glazers, because he was, of course, at club when Glazers took over and they were keen to keep him on side. But how long would it take a new owner to establish a team of personnel that can do the same level of work with the same pragmatic approach as Ten Hag on field, upstairs, where it really matters in contract negotiations, approaching other clubs for playing personnel, etc.
That's a difficult question. It depends what type of owner is going to come in and buy the club. It could take anywhere between 6 to 12 months. It could take anywhere between 3 to 6 months. It could take longer. It could take, you don't know, because we don't know who the owner is. It could be somebody that comes in that knows people, that have already been in those kind of positions at different other clubs and know they work really well together, and just bring them in and be like, right, okay, I brought you in to sort all this out. There's your job. Go sort it.
Just some additional breaking news. The announcement is expected in the next hour to two. That is according to Mark Kleinman of Sky.
Yep.
So a statement is imminent, and we might bring you something with that tomorrow, if at all possible. But for now, Colum, do you think that Manchester United can finally say that the reign of terror is over, or is there a long road to travel?
It's going to be a long, long, long road to go, but there is hope. There is hope, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel now. And we've just got to keep, even though it's the statements coming out and everything, the whole looking to sell the club. Don't, if you're a Glazer out and you're part of all the protests and everything, the peaceful protests, keep it up, because we just need to put more and more pressure on them to sell. We can't be saying, right, we're going to sell. In fact, no, we're not going to sell. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. Let's get them out of our club.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we will definitely watch this space. It has been what could end up being a historic day for Manchester United, in that the talisman that was Cristiano Ronaldo has had his contract terminated by mutual agreement and has walked away from club for the second time. And Manchester United now finally looks like it is up for sale, and that the Glazers are walking away from the club. We want to know what your thoughts are in the comments, and whether or not you think that this will happen, and what you think the outcome will be. But for us for tonight, after this very special bonus show, we want to thank you for viewing, and we will see you all again soon.